That's it, y'all. The sound we've been waiting to hear all summer. The tardy bell on the first day of school. Close the door. What do you do next? Hello, teachers. Welcome back to Top Tier Teachers. I'm Lisa, a veteran teacher, secondary teacher of 30 years. And in this video, I'm going to share how I start the first 10 minutes of class. Are you ready? Here we go. If you're interested in what to do before students arrive, how do you respond when they actually show up at your door? Watch my other videos to help you with that. This video simply covers once you've greeted the students, now what do you do next? Okay, so step one, and I'll be looking at my notes. So you see me looking here at my notes here. Step one, first move, be quiet. I know, be quiet. You just greeted them at the door. You greeted every single student by name. Looking at their schedules, you've already taken attendance. Watch my previous video to show you the details of that. So you've already taken attendance. You've already ensured every student is in the right place. So now you have to resist the urge to speak. So what am I doing? If I don't walk in, hey everyone. Now, why would you say, hey everyone? Good morning, class. Good afternoon, students. You just did that at the door. You just greeted them at the door. It's redundant to walk in the room and do a big greeting. Resist the urge to open your mouth. Do not speak. You have to trust me. Listen, it's our job on day one to establish a culture of learning. We're doing a whole bunch of other things that I'll talk about in additional videos. But day one, culture of learning. We have the first academic task posted. That's what they're doing as you were standing at the door to greet. Again, it's in another video. So now you're going to, this is just between us, not the kids, okay? I don't want to use this word with the kids, but you're going to enforce. You're enforcing your first procedure. You see, it is really important that you begin your classroom management on the first day of school within the first 10 minutes. And you had projected on the board that they were to choose their, find their seat, begin this task. You're the authority. Why would you tell them to start a task if that's not what you mean? So now let me go check to see if you all have started the task. We're going to also talk about in another video how it's important to establish your presence. Like the main thing you can do is to establish your presence. I don't want to use the word dominance in the classroom, but that's what it is, to establish your authority. Somebody is going to be the alpha. Somebody in your room is going to play the alpha role. Either you're going to play the alpha or one of your students will play the alpha. It is really important to show them that you are confident, that you are in charge, you're not afraid. So that leads us to number two. The second thing you do in the first 10 minutes of class, once you close that door, keep your mouth closed. Number one, do not speak. Teachers like to talk, as you can see as I'm doing in this video. Number two, enter the crowd. Okay, you're going to enter the crowd. Once you close the door, you stand, scan the room. You've already greeted everyone. They should be working. So now enter the crowd. You're going to have to, again, resist the urge to go behind your desk, take attendance. You've taken attendance at the door. To do the first tasks of the day for the administration. Now if you're actually starting homeroom is a little different. Homeroom, you don't have them, they don't, if your school, y'all have to report to homeroom first. There's no academic task, there's no bell work for them to do. You'll give them a seat as you would do your regular class, but these steps are for your first academic class. I am aware a majority of schools have everyone go to homeroom first. So this does not apply to homeroom. I guess I may need to do another video for that. So you're quiet. You enter the crowd. By entering the crowd, that means walk up and down the row. You're circulating the room. What are you doing? Well, that leads us to number 3. You are offering your support. Okay? How are you offering your support? So you're going to take a look to see if students have actually started your task. So if, every single student, you're making a connection. So let me just clarify it with that. So number 4 is you are actually making a connection. Am I getting my numbers right? Let me look at my notes to make sure. I think yeah, okay. Number 1, resist the urge to talk. Number 2, enter the crowd. Number 3, make connections. So this should last about 3 to 4 minutes. Remember, this is the first 10 minutes of class. And so what you're going to do as you're making connections with each student, thank you for starting. Thank you for starting the class. You're going to go to each student. This is quick, okay? Just a quick scan. You're peeking at to see if they've started. Thank you. Each student, thank you for starting the class. Thank you for starting the class. If you have somebody who has not started, then you want to ask, how may I help you? How may I assist you? And you're saying this quietly, like lean in low. These kids are scared. They're trying to assess who you are. So you want to show them, I am support. Wisdom literature tells us that the greatest among you serve. We are showing them within the first 10 minutes of class that I am here to serve. How can I serve you? So, yes, you are enforcing your first procedure. Students start the class because you need them to start the class every single day, and the first day counts. That's not something you can teach later down the road. They have to learn on the first day. I stand at the door to greet. That's going to be my role every single day. As soon as you know their names, you'll call their name before they enter your room. Good morning, Sheila. Good afternoon, John. We missed you yesterday, Marcia. Are you okay? Every single day. That's your role at that door. When you close the door every single day of the whole school year, you scan the room and you want to see if they have started the lesson. Once you know names, and we'll talk about this more later, you're able to quickly, you can have, a clipboard where you're jotting down. I see that Lisa, Lori, Michelle, Jasmine, you're jotting down all those students that are on task. You have a bucket of rewards as you're going up and down the row. You can even have rewards on the first day. You can have a little piece of Jolly Rancher if you believe in giving candy. If you don't, please don't comment below that you just don't give out the candy. You can give a sticker, you can do a stamp, but as you go up and down that row on the first day, enter the crowd immediately. Maybe they're not in rows, maybe they're at tables. Go into the crowd. Do not handle your teacher task. The first role you must take when you close the door is to go into the crowd, okay? So when you go into the crowd, whether you do verbal, thank you for starting the class. Drop a Jolly Rancher on the desk, thank you for starting the class. A sticker. Some schools have money. You can pass out money. Thank you for being on task. Thank you for being on task. You have to enforce that they start the class, not you. This should have been a whole video because that's how important it is. Okay, so I know we're still talking about the first 10 minutes of class, but this is huge. You show that you are supportive and you are stressing that they start the class. Now, for those students who are not starting the class, you want to offer your support. So if you see they didn't bring something to write with on the first day, give them a pencil. Here you go. Go ahead and get started. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know how I can support you. If they don't have paper, give them paper. No questions asked. We need to get these students on task. Okay? You continue to circulate those students that you gave the pen to or the pencil to. If you see they have not started, before you go to number 4, which is to attend to your teacher tasks, go back to their desk and let them know you're here to help. How can I get you to start? Do whatever you need to do to get them to finish that first task. Now, this circulation, and I understand some of you may have really big classrooms, okay? A lot of students. This should go pretty quickly. So out of the first 10 minutes of class, circulating should be about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. So after you've done that and you've established a positive culture, I'm here to support. We work. This is, we're here for academics. We're here to learn. You've established that already. And if you watch in a previous video, you see that that first academic task is something that they can complete without you. Okay. You're simply showing them we work in here. This is a language arts class. This is a math class. It's a social studies class. We are about work. It's a social studies class. They can have a copy of a map that you handed them at the door, and you tell them to label all the states that they can, something that's really easy. Okay. Now let's get you, we're at work, so we know we have to attend to the teacher tasks. Okay. Administrations, we're coming by the door in the first 10 minutes to pick up, rosters. We need a load count. You need to actually enter attendance into the computer within the first 10 minutes. So you have to handle your teacher tasks. Okay. So that's number 4, attend to your teacher task. Number 1, resist the urge to talk. You've already greeted them at the door. What are you saying? It's time to enforce that first procedure, which is you start the class, not me. I stand at the door and greet. Number 3, it's time to make connections. Every single kid gets to interact with you one-on-one within the first 10 minutes of class. Isn't that powerful? Isn't that powerful? Not only did you greet them at the door, but now they get a one-on-one with you. It's quick. Thank you for starting the class. Thank you for. So you're moving in 1 minute. You can hit at least 10 kids. You're going pretty fast. Number 5, you want to announce when you're handling your teacher tasks. Okay, so you want to announce because you're about to speak. It's now almost time for you to address the class. So some students may be working. Well, you don't want to just, go to number 6, which is where, you're just about getting ready to speak and address the class. You got to give them heads up. So you want to say to them, if you're still working, I will need your attention in about 1 minute or in about 30 seconds. Please let them know that you are organized, that this is a controlled environment. It's going to run smoothly. So instead of you just abruptly, hello, welcome, give them a countdown, as you will do the whole entire school year. Everything should be put to a timer, and we'll talk about that in another video as well. And if there's anything that you need me to address, please leave a comment. If you haven't done so already, please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. It is my intention to give what I've learned and what I am still learning during my 30 years as a classroom teacher. All right, so number 6, you have a microphone. Let's get your microphone on. And this is depending on the size of your room, but it's, Amazon has the headsets, the microphone clips that you're able to use so that you can make sure when it's time for you to address the class, it is clear. If you're soft-spoken, you definitely want to get a microphone. Okay. Again, all you have to do is Google this and like different microphones to use, or you can go to Amazon and check for microphones to use, and they come with headsets, and you're able to speak clearly. I do know I've been in rooms where there have been a lot of noise, like machines. I had a classroom before where there was this big machine that's really loud, and I would have to really try to. You don't want to do that. You'll blow your voice by the end of the day. This way you can have your microphone on your headset and you're able to speak. All right. So number 6, put your microphone on, turn the music off. If you remember in the first video on what to do before the students arrive, you turn music on so that there's some type of concentration music while the students are completing their first academic task. Turn it off. Okay. Microphone on. You're about to address your class for the first time. How exciting is that, man? All right. Music is off. The slide. You have created a presentation slide. It's been projecting the bell work, the do now this entire time. Change your slide. Okay. Go ahead and change your slide. And a nice example of a slide would be, welcome, class of 2030. Did you know that the current sixth graders are the class of 2030? Time is waiting for no one. So anyway, welcome class of 2030, 2024, 27, whatever the class is. Welcome these babies. Have that screen projected. And let me just say real quickly, it is important to remind them of our whole purpose, which is to get them graduated, right? So regardless how young they are, let them know what their class is. I like to put it on my wall: class of 2030, class of 2028. Put it on the wall, address them: good afternoon, class of 2030. Right? So little sixth graders aren't thinking about their graduation, but they should be. And as educators, let's do it. Let's just give it to them. Okay? So address them by their class. So we are at number 7, we've changed the presentation slide. And number 8, it is now time for the official welcome, where you've already given them the heads up. I'll need your attention in 30 seconds or in 1 minute. And so may I have your attention, please? Welcome, class of 2030. I'm Miss Hightower, your language arts teacher, and we are going to have an amazing year. Okay? Now, you have a welcome letter that you're going to read to them. And we'll talk about that in a second. That's number 10. Number 9, it's time to pause and give thanks. These kids completed the very first task on the first day of school. They came in and they found their seat and they completed your first academic task. This is the time to announce the procedure they just successfully completed. So you'll say to them, after you welcome class of 2030, I'm your language arts teacher, Miss Hightower. I'm so happy you are here. We are going to have the most amazing year of growth and learning. I'm so excited to be your teacher this year. I'm so lucky to have you. Before I continue, I want to say thank you. In this class, I'm going to expect you to start the class every single day. And you aced that today. You nailed it. You allowed me to stand at the door to greet, which is where I will be every single day. And as soon as I know your names, you're going to come in here every single day, and I will have said your name. You won't be able to come into this room without me saying your name. So give me a few days before I know your name, and I will be saying your name every single day. But today, I was so pleased as I walked around, as I circulated, I noticed you were on task. Thank you so much for starting the class. That's how I'm going to expect you to start this class every single day. This isn't something we just do on the first day of school. This isn't first, second day of school behavior. I'm going to stand at the door to greet every day, and I'm going to expect you to come in, find your assigned seat, read the board, start the first task. If you have a question about the task, hold on to it. I am going to walk next to your desk every single day. Within the first 5 minutes, I'm coming straight to you. So if there's a question you have about the lesson that's projected or the task you're to start, hold on and I will address it. But I want you to do the best you can to start. Now, all of this talking that I'm doing, it's not going to be that long, okay? So it's about 1 minute, even though I'm doing a lot of explaining. So all of that, welcome, class of 2030. And then, I'm Miss Hightower, all of that. And then the whole thank you for starting the class and my role, no more than 1 to 2 minutes, okay? So your circulating was about 3 to 4 minutes. You had to do your teacher tasks. That was about 2 minutes tops. Now this is about 2 minutes, the welcome and thank you so much for starting the class. That's 2 minutes. And that leads us to number 10, which is the welcome letter. So here's what I'd like. And I'm going to share the welcome letter in a different video sample that I have. I was inspired by Harry Wong in his book, The First Days of School. when I started teaching 30 years ago. And so for 30 years, I've always had a welcome letter for students. The only difference is now I don't read the letter live. I use technology. I'm not blowing my voice, and I have to do this 6 times a day. Okay. So I use technology. I use Loom. I'm not sure if you've heard of loom.com. And I'm just sharing. This is a brand new channel. I don't know anything about sponsorship, so I'm not being sponsored. But I just wanted to share loom.com. There is a subscription fee, and a lot of you obviously maybe much younger than I am, and so you know how to do technology more than I do. A veteran of 30 years would know. But I just like to record. So I record, and so when it's time for me to do the welcome letter, that takes me about 2 to 3 minutes to read. I press play, and then I'm able to stand and just watch the students instead of actually reading the letter. And maybe the phone may ring, or a student may knock at the door because they're just coming in. I'm in the middle of reading a letter. Hold on, class. No, I don't like any interruptions for my letter. So I record myself reading the letter, and then I just press play. So that's it. Let's go over that again. Number one, teachers talk a lot. Absolutely resist the urge to talk. You've already done the greetings. Into the crowd immediately, okay? Check to see that they have started the task. Go straight in, circulate. This is a good time. If you have, I don't care that it's the first day, this is a great time to pass out a little piece of candy. Thank you for starting the class. Thank you for starting the class. Thank you for being on task. Thank you for for bringing a pencil. Thank you for having your paper out. Thank you. Every single kid, okay, go to their table, go to their desk. Every single kid, you need to interact with them. If somebody doesn't have the supplies, offer support in some type of way. Okay, that's you making connections. Handle your teacher tasks so that you don't get in trouble with your professional standards. Announce while you're completing your teacher task. I'm about to talk to you all in 1 minute and 30 seconds. If you're not finished, you don't have to be finished, but I'm about to talk. So you don't want to abruptly interrupt them. Put your microphone on, turn the music off, and change your presentation slide. Offer the official welcome. It's a good idea to announce their graduating class so that they can hear it. Welcome, class of 2024. I'm Miss Hightower, your AP English teacher, and I'm here, whatever it is, okay? And then, number 9, whole group praise. Let them know starting the class is what you're going to expect every single day. So you will reinforce that, and then you read or you play a video of you reading the welcome letter. If you would like to hear my welcome letter, stay tuned for another video on the welcome letter. First day of school series. Again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you.